Hi everyone, it's Tuesday, it's December the 13th. This is going to be a short little video today because I just want to tell you what we've been working on here in math. It's kind of been a little bit different, but we're still working on graphs and data and plotting things. And there is one question on the homework that might be a little confusing because there is a math vocabulary word that we did not go over just because it hasn't come up in our lesson, but I want to make sure that when you see the word you're not totally confused and get really frustrated with your homework. So quickly, what we're doing here in math, if you stay with me, is yes, we're still doing line plots, but we're collecting data and we're actually measuring data. So we've been working with two different forms of data that we've been measuring. We're measuring kind of length and distances. So we've been using a ruler, so just your normal everyday 12-inch ruler, and we've also noticed and figured out that 12 inches actually equals a foot. So we could use the terminology in feet, we can use inches, but we do want to know that the equivalent is 1 foot equals 12 inches or 12 inches equals 1 foot. So we've been working with rulers. Yesterday we were actually measuring the lengths of our feet, and we were plotting our data. Then we took like a pattern block and like put it on the floor, and we're trying to see how far we could blow it. I think the farthest somebody blew it was about 11.5 inches, so we didn't really need to use anything bigger because we were measuring smaller lengths of things and smaller distances of things. But today what we were doing is I introduced the students to a yardstick. And I asked them, what did you notice about this? And most students said it's a lot bigger, it's a lot longer, it's 36 total inches. And then somebody said it's actually 3 feet, which is 100% true. So 1 yard equals 3 feet or 36 inches. So today what we were doing, we were actually measuring the length of the classroom. So obviously the students had to use multiple of these. And I talked to them about the different strategies that they could use. How do we measure such a long distance when we only have 1 yardstick? And they told me all the different ways and all the different strategies that they think they could do it. And then they worked in a small group and they actually measured the length of the classroom. And then we were going to measure how far we can jump. We just didn't get to it. So we're going to finish that lesson tomorrow, and then we're going to compare our data, and then we're going to plot our data on a line plot. So I just wanted to let you know what we've been doing in class. If they said we're measuring our feet and we're measuring this and we're measuring that, that's what we've been doing. So once we've collected the data, we're going to put it on a line plot. So it's really great because it's not just one thing that they're learning, it's multiple things. Because I know there's going to be a lot more ruler and measuring work in the future. Right now, we're just focusing on the U.S. standard system. So we're not really working with metric system yet. So we're sticking with inches and feet for right now. Now, once we have all this data, again, we're going to plot it on one big line plot for everybody. And your homework tonight is page 102. And it's a line plot, and there's just a couple of different questions about that line plot. I'll show it to you right now. So page 102. So measurement of rabbits. So again, it's just the data that was gathered, and then there are 4 different questions about the data. Number 3 question says, is there an outlier in the line plot data? If so, what is it? So an outlier, outlier. So if you're looking for an outlier is a value on your line plot that's nowhere really near any of the other values. So let's say you kind of have a cluster of information and you see a lot of X's that are kind of clustered and close to each other. An outlier is going to be really, really far away on one side or really, really far away on the other side. So it's a value that's not even close to any of the other values. It's just a really, really fancy word, and I didn't want you to be confused or, again, get frustrated because we didn't talk about that today. So I saw it in the homework, and I just wanted to make sure you knew what it was. So is there an outlier in the line plot data? If so, what is it? So they want to know what number it is on the number line of the line plot. So you want to look, and again, if all data is kind of clustered in one area, and then you see this other piece of data, but it's really far away, either one way or the other, that's going to be your outlier, okay? So we'll review it tomorrow. so that you're not confused. But I did just want to, let you know what that was. And we'll probably talk about it more tomorrow as well, because I'm sure even if you don't get to see my video, you're going to be like, what's an outlier? And I totally understand. So that's my fault. My apologies for not explaining that in class today. We just haven't come across it in our lessons, but obviously it's in the book today. Other than that, we are moving right along with everything else. Right now for Journeys, we are on lesson 9. It's called the Kamishibai Man. So that's going to be the last Journeys lesson until January. So I really can't believe I'm saying that, but that's what's going to be it. And next week, we're going to do a lot of different and fun activities for reading. For writing, we're still in realistic fiction. We've done all our brainstorming. We've used a lot of graphic organizers. And today we started writing our first paragraph, or our beginning paragraph. And the students have worked really hard on developing their setting, and they're developing their character or characters. So today, their beginning paragraph was introducing the setting, where is it taking place, and then introducing their character and telling me 3 things or a little bit about their character. So we're going to keep working on that. I think we're ahead of the game, which is really, really great. I want to make sure the students have enough time to type it once it's all written, and then I'll have a lot of time to edit it. And I think by the time the end of the second marking period comes, we're going to be way ahead of the game. We're also still moving right along for our social studies unit, which is immigration. This week, we're on this really, really cool Scholastic website. It's the Ellis Island virtual tour. So what students are doing, they're going through 2 different stops each day. There's 10 total stops. So today we've completed 4 so far, and they're really taking the same steps as immigrants did many, many years ago. So today they were at the baggage claim, and they were also at the registry room stairs. So the students are really getting to experience what the immigrants went through as they came to America. So there's really cool stories, there's audio from people who've immigrated from different countries, there's videos, and there's a lot of great photos. So it's been really neat, and it's amazing how quiet the classroom is because they're really, really into it. So we should be done that this week, and then next week I kind of have a really fun project / activity that we're going to do as well. So that's really what's been going on here in room A2. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday night, and I will see you on in the morning. Bye.